In my early 20s, I thought a lot about the meaning of life, and I thought a lot about what I should focus my ambition on. What should be my northern star that I would look up to from time to time and adjust myself to always walk in that direction. Back then I came to the conclusion that money would be the most important thing a human could chase in his early existence. You know, that implies that money is power, and that money is the language that everybody speaks, and that status symbols can determine your rank in society, and that money can get you those status symbols, and that humanity was always organized hierarchically, and that people high up in the hierarchy have more access to all the human desires, no matter if it's love, sex, company, power, or freedom. Money is the score that we humans keep, to keep track of who is deserving of favors. It is a way to communicate trust. One who's got a lot of money has a lot of trust. Money is the intermediate material that glues our society together and unites us. Without money there is no society. We would be just unclaimed individuals with no common ground. Take ants for example. They follow a pheromone. They make decisions based on a pheromone. They follow a given path on the basis of this pheromone. They never think about it, and yet it governs them. It organizes them. We humans have money. So if you have a lot of money, you can be a king, I figured. So I formed my beliefs and my actions around this faith in the power of money. I created my personality and obtained my knowledge always with money on my mind. Does it benefit me in making money in the long term or in the short term? If yes, then it's a virtue. I built my whole philosophy around the omnipresent power of money, little by little over the years. But in my late 20s I crashed. I had an existential crisis. I was financially broke and at a weak spot in my life. I got into major depression and had high levels of constant anxiety. While there were many reasons for it, I knew that the belief system that I built around the power of money wasn't helping. My self-worth was tied to money and status symbols. I was believing that I needed money to be loved. I believed that I needed status to be a worthy human being. I was down bad. Really, really bad. I was in a deep dark hole. I didn't even know if I could ever get out of this. I never imagined I could stand here one day again and talk freely without being hunched over and scared. Like I was so scared, so afraid. It was over a period of a year where I didn't even leave my room. I couldn't speak to anyone. I couldn't look people in the eyes. I couldn't even watch videos that were too loud or entertaining. And now I'm standing here again and talking into a camera, which takes courage. I was financially broke and in debt, living at my parents' home, no job, no friends, no partner, no future. I had no strength, no hope. I was a vegetable. I couldn't even talk to people. I was afraid. I was like this for a year of constant fear and depression. I didn't even know where that fear came from. I couldn't get out of bed. The only thing I managed to do during the day was brushing my teeth. there was something deeply wrong with me. I thought I was over and done with. Game over. It took a long time, but through strong efforts and reflection, I started to change my philosophy. I had to change if I wanted to find back to life again. I abandoned the idea of money being the most important thing in the universe. I started to become more spiritual. I started to believe that maybe our mission in life is not to be all-powerful, but maybe every human has a unique character that he must utilize to fulfill his purpose. And even though that purpose may not be clear at times, if we act true to ourselves and authentic to our character, we might find out what that purpose is. And if we find that purpose, we be able to act upon it. And that could become our northern star that we look up to at night with sparkling eyes, that holds us on our path, even if a sandstorm has turned land into desert. This new philosophy gave me courage, as it was not tied to money or status. I knew I needed to change something in my thinking if I wanted to escape my situation. I needed to remove the horrible dread of having completely failed my life. I couldn't play this game of climbing ladders anymore. I didn't have the strength or the will to compete. I needed to slow down and start over. No expectations, no pressure. I needed to carve my own path with no regards to others. My well-being needed to be liberated from outside forces. I started to abandon consumer culture, stopped buying clothes, stopped caring about what's hot, what's new. Stop caring about fashion, cars. Stop trying to flex on social media. I deleted my Instagram, deactivated Facebook, stopped watching mindless influencers. Started reading again, philosophizing, painting. I stopped smoking and stopped drinking. Stopped smoking weed. I stopped posting Instagram stories of my holiday just to show off that my life is exciting. I stopped posting that picture of me in that luxury hotel that was too expensive for me, but that I still rented out for one night just to show off that I am a financially stable human being. I got into minimalism as it fit perfectly into that phase of my life. I figured that I need no earthly thing to be worthy. My self-worth has nothing to do with my possessions. My purpose in life is not a bit connected to my acceptance in a superficial materialistic society. I needed to find and chase my purpose, and minimalism, I concluded, would help me to get rid of all the distractions that would hinder me on that mission.
هنا حدا سميتو
I figured that all this superficial social media, flexing consumer culture just emerged from our desire to be loved and respected. We crave connection and admiration, and capitalism has taught us that we can achieve those desires by consuming and obtaining objects that display our value. May it be material status symbols like cars, watches, designer clothes, or other flexes like travel experiences. Even certain achievements like doing a backflip or displaying that you are an environmentalist, or quite literally just flexing your own muscles, can be used to illustrate that you are somebody. Everything can be a flex, and everybody wants to be worthy. But when we do things with the main intention of impressing others, it just leaves us addicted to attention and fake love. And this effect is just augmented by social media and capitalism. The very act of flexing denies us true and authentic love, because the love we get from showing off or flexing is conditional. We are just loved for our possessions and our lifestyle, because we reduce our own being to the personality that we crafted on the basis of a flawed philosophy. It's all just a big machine. It's composite of social media companies and consumer industry. It's all just a big machine that exploits our need for love and affection. It's no secret that they abuse our addiction to dopamine. We're all just gears in this huge machinery to keep the wheel turning, keep consuming, keep flexing, keep buying more, keep buying new stuff. I found something romantic in just living a minimalistic life. Just trying to act upon my purpose, whatever that may be. Not being bound to my acceptance in society or some social group. I felt like a lone warrior. I felt better for a while. My anxiety subsided. My depression lessened. This new lifestyle helped me to heal. But it brought also bad emotions as a backslide. I caught myself getting angry a lot. I was unbalanced and had terrible mood swings. It was difficult for me not to be recognized, to be underrated. I felt like people treated me like air. I felt like nobody in this world would care about me. And probably nobody did. But why would they? I have been completely silent about myself. Why would anybody care then? Maybe my thinking was too extreme. Maybe that kind of devotion is just for certain individuals who want to achieve true greatness. Like Van Gogh, who devoted his life to his art and died poor. Or Elon Musk, who does nothing but work. I realized that I couldn't do without attention. I crave to be admired sometimes. I crave to be complimented and respected.
ايوه هذيك باش الوجه يبان. الله يعطيك الصحة. هاكا ولد الحاجات. يا صاحبي راه الوجه ما كانش كيبان الساعة. ها انت ها. طيبة يا طيبة.
And as I got back to the drawing board again to overthink my life, I wondered, did I get into this minimalistic lifestyle because I don't need the approval of others? Or am I doing this because the game of capitalism has become too difficult for me? And I am searching for new ways of communicating my worth to others. Maybe minimalism is just another temporary filler for the void inside of me. A replacement for the missing love and respect that I secretly craved. Maybe I lied to myself again, like I lied to myself when I was trying to depict a lifestyle on Instagram that I didn't actually live. Maybe I haven't changed one bit at all, and I am still a scammer, and the scammed one is myself. Maybe it's just my big ugly ego that needs to eat up more and more attention, a never-ending addiction to acknowledgement. Maybe we have become too suspicious of people flexing online because so many of them are fraudsters and charlatans. Guys standing in front of their Lamborghini telling you how to make money online. Instagram models traveling around the world in their yoga pants. We've seen too many of them, and they have been exposed too often that we need other methods to fulfill our hunger for attention. Maybe if we decorate ourselves with lifestyle philosophies like minimalism, we are better at hiding our insatiable hunger for affirmation and importance. If you wear a black shirt and post a picture from your home office on Bali with your empty clean desk, and you talk about how to get rid of distractions to gain back control of your life, you don't come off as an obnoxious, self-obsessed, superficial prick. Maybe it's just a more intelligent way of flexing, a more sophisticated manner of claiming your rank in society, of demonstrating your worth and your value. And when you propagate a way of living that can also provide solutions to contemporary societal problems, maybe you're not even just an egomaniac. Maybe you're doing society a favor. And pining for admirance and attention is just natural, as we humans are social animals. At the end, I think it's totally normal to have an ego. I even believe it's all we are. Ego. Power creates more power. We humans crave attention. It's just natural. We need love and affection. We want to be admired and we want to feel worthy and important. We are social beings and it's totally normal to flex. It is totally natural to want to be loved and admired. You should flex, you should brag, and show off sometimes. Not doing it would be unhealthy. You should be proud of your accomplishments. You have to show the world what you're about. It's the game of life. It's a game of love. Animals do it. Birds are flexing their feathers. Lions show their proud mane. I think it's just a matter of how, not if. If you create a fake image of yourself to trick people into believing that you are representing something better than you actually are. Or if you become addicted to quick confirmation and ignore the fact that the warm feeling of social approval should be earned through meaningful and beneficial actions, then your efforts will likely be unfruitful in the long run. Your front and your facade will crumble, and your true self will be exposed eventually. But if you have built yourself up from the core, and your soul took roots, and your actions and your moves come from a place from deep within yourself, if you live truthfully to your word, and what you say becomes aligned with what you believe in. If you compare your honest self-reflection with the image you convey to the outside world, and there is no discrepancy, then your flexing and your showing off becomes healthy and natural. Then you can post a video about your life lessons, even with the intention of getting recognized and admired. Then you can film yourself in a pool in front of a luxurious place that represents the beautiful and magical soul that you actually are.